Hi guys, welcome back to my channel today. If you're stopping by for the very first time, you're welcome. Well, my name is Onyeka. For those of you who don't know, well, I am a Nigerian YouTuber based in Canada. So before we get right into the details of today's video, please let us just do the needful. Please subscribe to my channel. It's just going to take you 2 seconds. Just click on the subscribe button down there. And when you do subscribe, don't forget to click on the bell like button so that you get notified for every video that I post and you will not miss a thing. So as you can see from the title, today's video is going to be me talking about how I got my postgraduate work permit. Yes, I'm just going to be like talking through how you can do it and how I got mine. So it's kind of like a, two-in-one. I may sound like I'm all over the place, but please pardon me. And kind of like wrote the points down. So if you notice me looking down, just like try not to forget what to say. So without further ado, let's get right into the details of today's video. Disclaimer. So everything that I'm saying here today is just based off of my experience. I am not a licensed agent. I'm not licensed to help anyone out or dish out like information. This is just me telling my story and hopefully it can help someone. So please don't come for me in the comment section, okay? Thank you. So today's video is going to be me talking about how I got my postgraduate work permit, and also I'm also like giving little tips here and there how you can get yours. And so basically postgraduate work permit is a permit that allows you to work in a country where you're at after you're done schooling, hence postgraduate. So I also made a video a few months back which I'm going to link up, where I talked briefly about the whole like getting your admission, basically everything you need to know when it comes to Canada as an international student from Nigeria, but you can apply to other countries too. But I'm going to link that up. I'll make sure you watch that video right after this video. Thank you. So after you're done with the whole admission process, visa application process, going through school, graduating, give yourself a round of applause because it's not easy. And if you decide to stay back, what's next? Because I decided to stay back, so I don't know about you. But when you decide to stay back, the next step will be getting a postgraduate work permit. The amount of years you get in your work permit depends on how long your education was. For example, if your education was somewhere between 1 year, you get 1 year work permit. But if your education was like longer than a year, it was like up to 16 months, maybe somewhere between 1 year to, I'm just going to say 2 years, 16 months, 18 months, and whatever, 2 years or more, you're going to get 3 years work permit. One tip I'm going to give today is that I'm going to advise you to be proactive. Like, you don't have to wait till you graduate before you apply. What I mean is that, you can be done with your school deliverables, like all of your assignments and presentations and everything, but maybe your graduation is months away. You can go ahead to apply because you're done with school basically. So what you need to do is that you need to like talk to your school, your faculty or whatever, and ask them to give you basically order for your transcript, and they're gonna write you a letter of completion, like stating that you've completed your education and this was the amount of credits, courses you did and everything. I think they're used to that process, so they know what to do. Basically, to just be proactive and then talk to your faculty. So after you've gotten your transcript and your letter of completion from your school, you're obviously going to go to the CIC website, which I'm going to link in my description box. It's going to cost you about 255 Canadian dollars. That's how much I paid, if I recall. You're not going to need to show a proof of funds, but for medicals, I think you're going to have to do medicals if your job is going to be like health related, but for some reasons I didn't do medicals anyways. But if you're going into the health field, like doctors, nurses and all of that hospital stuff, you're going to need to do medical. And then you're going to need your passport. You're going to need your passport photograph, your money, 255 Canadian dollars, and no proof of funds. So that's it. It's not hard at all, compared to like visa application. Basically, it's still going to be about the same process, the way you apply for your visa, but less complicated. No need for biometrics. I think the one you did while you applied for your visa is going to last for like 10 years or so. I think that's what they told me when I applied then. So no need for biometrics, no need for proof of funds, and medicals, 255 Canadian dollars, your passport, and a passport photograph. So that's everything you're going to need for this application process. Your transcript and your letter of completion from your school. On the website, it says it takes about 90 days if you apply online to get your work permit, and then if you apply on paper, it's going to take about 111 days. So one important tip that I'm going to give you guys today that I wish I knew before I even applied for my work permit was that I did not know that you can go to the point of entry to apply for your work permit and get it immediately. I say this because I know a couple of people who did that. Well, they lived close to a border, so they just basically went to the point of entry and they issued them their work permit, just like when you come into Canada for the first time, they issue you your study permit. So I really wish I knew that. I would have eliminated 3 months worth of wait and stress, because it was really stressful. Because when I was applying for jobs and everything, once an employer asks you, do you have a work permit? And when you start telling the story, like, I've applied, but they will just contact you again. I mean, that's what happened to me. So I would really advise you to go to a point of entry and see if you can get your work permit. Like, take all of your documents there, the cash, the everything, and go there and do your application. But since we're talking of how to apply, I'm still going to continue talking about how I did my own. So I took the long route, so please take the shortcut. Thank you. Although they also say that you can apply for jobs once you've applied online or paper, but I applied for jobs, but once an employer just asks me like, oh, do you have a work permit? And I started telling them story. Oh yes, I've applied, but it has not come. End of story. So it was really hard, and you might experience some difficulties, I don't know, but that's what happened to me. Another important tip I'm going to mention here is that once your study permit expires, your visa automatically expires with that study permit. So please, before you leave the country, make sure you have renewed your visa, and your study permit or work permit does not permit you re-entry into the country. For example, maybe you travel out of the country and you want to come back and your visa has expired and you thought your study permit or your work permit will get you in. Nah, bro, you're going to be locked outside. You're going to be locked outside the country. So before you leave the country, make sure you have renewed your visa. It's a lot quicker to renew your visa from inside the country than outside. So yeah, your work permit does not permit re-entry into the country. So please renew your visas before you decide to leave the country for anything at all. When your study permit expires, your social insurance number also expires alongside with it. I didn't know that. Well, I know better now, so I'm just informing you guys. So once your study permit expires, renew your visa, renew your social insurance number, just to save you the stress, and consider going to the point of entry. I wish I did that. I would have saved myself a lot of stress of waiting and waiting and waiting. Honestly, anxiety almost killed me. But like I said earlier, the duration of your course determines the duration of your work permit. Like I said, 1 year program like equals to 1 year work permit, or anything above 1 year is like 3 years work permit, I think. And then but let me explain something. For me, I did think that I was going to get 1 year. Like, I thought I was going to get 1 year work permit, which was fine, but I got 3 years work permit, and let me explain why. Originally, my program was meant to be a 2-year course, but it was condensed. It was like an accelerated program. So I did everything in 1 year. It's very intense. And I don't know who sent me. I'm going to link up a video where I talked about my experience. Yeah, so you can watch that later. So anyways, so my program was condensed into 1 year. And then I did like 70 something worth of credits, load of courses. And I think, I'm not sure of the number of credits, like the threshold you have to get 3 years. I think it's about 60, but I did 70 something amount, like 70 something credits, load of courses. And I think that's what enabled me to get a 3-year work permit, and I was happy. I didn't know that. I was just ready for 1 year. And then when I asked like past international students, yeah, they got 3 years because there was a lot of credit load, so the program was kind of like recognized as a 2-year course. So all the stress was worth it. If you do get a 1-year work permit, you have to act really fast. You need to get a job, you know, and start thinking long term, how you're gonna stay long term, you know. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching my video. I hope I didn't bore you with my plenty talk and distractions. I know I sounded all over the place and I'm sorry. Yeah, I also forgot to add that I will leave my email pinned at the comment section or in the description box. So if you have any questions or anything you want to know, you can send me an email and I will do my absolute best to respond on time. Like this video, comment, share, and most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys in advance. Subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell like button where you do subscribe so you get notified for every video that I post. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.